We are finally here. Unfortunately, Jujutsu Kaisen has two parts of the Culling games, so we'll have to wait even longer than last time. On the good side though, it ends with Big Akotsu stepping through Sendai and started airing the block out. We already had Megami and Yuji putting in work, but they ain't competition like Sendai. Yuta gotta show them how to truly wipe out a colony. Before he stepped in, there was a four-way deadlock between some players, but that didn't last long because Yuta packed them up quickly. Bro supposedly is the first special grade sorcerer by definition and as much screen time as Tenten. Bro is basically all range, no hands, one liver punch and he's down on the ground. Now the next opponent is one of the Kenjaku spirits, Kururushi, one of the special grade curse spirits that wasn't released by Kenjaku's arsenal. Bro must have been sorry for Kenjaku to release him out in the wilderness like an unwanted Pokemon, but looking at him, he probably did that for good reasons. Yuta gets in his stance and prepares to fight as round one starts. Kururushi starts off first just to get his arm sliced off. Kinda reminds me of a certain someone I know. That conversation will come to another video. Yuta shortly backhands him after that slash and sends him flying. He tried finishing off, but he got sent back and started doing pole dances. Just looking at this raid boss, what is Maki going to do against her? She's going to be nothing but bone and marrow with no marrow. Yuta ain't waste no time getting up out of there though, running like a true track star. Not gonna lie though, he moving. Now that I look back at this, I gotta ask again, where in the fuck did Kenjaku get this curse spirit? Bro is digging in dumpsters and conveniently snatching like a fish in water. You see Yuta flexing for the camera and does his famous pose like, we see you. You clean, but kill the nigga that's immune to combat max. He took quick work of him and stood still for the mannequin challenge. Gets blinded by the parasites from Black Ops 3 following with Kuro coming from the sneak attack. But this is Yuta Ike Bush Camp Akotsu. He ain't gonna get snubbed. These two going for the final slash in this position, you know Yuta try to hold that pose despite the internal pain in his stomach. Just like that one guy who tried to walk off on liver shot. You know you want to walk off and scream off the top of your lungs right now. You're not safe. Kuro snatched bro up like Venom snatching up NJ. But the difference is that Yuta can fight back and he's not some weak ass taser. Yuta had to break that promise he made with Rika and kiss Kuro goodbye, tasting all kind of roach killer sprays. He thought he was done too because Shorty popped out of nowhere and blasted his shit from a whole new location. They might as well be playing Fighter Z. Now we got Yuta's third opponent, Takaku Uro. Her ability is sky manipulation. These randomly walking in the middle of the museum, and the first thing I'm thinking of is,
hey man, this look pretty good, man. Where your clothes at?
Yuta tried to sweet talk her though, but this is a sorcerer who's actively in the streets, and plus you got a girl murking bodies left and right waiting for you at home. Uro got tired of bro stalling and proceeded to choke him out to another location. Just look at bro, he can't even swing back with noodle arms. He's just letting this happen, and then you gonna see a Kamehameha from hell. Seeing this, and I would assume Yuta got smoked like Cell taking that Gohan special. They seen the power behind Ryu's attack and said, nah, you on our hit list. Yuta dipping out of the dough, hitting nothing but straight Subway Surfer movement. He just chilling from far away too. Yuta comes in with a sneak attack like usual. He's really taking that sneaking title seriously. Yuta might have to box with Dylan about that one. Ryu pops a Siggy and wastes no time throwing a heavy punch, trying to follow up with a combo, but Yuta clean on the defensive end. No Jada McDaniels. They go up back shot for back shot and proceed to send bro flying, but Ryu wasting no time. He tried to give Yuta a smooth baldy on top with a heavy punch after. This is basically a Xenoverse fight if you really think about it. Yuta coming back from out of bounds and proceed to give us straight Deku punches. They try to choke him out, but Ryu got game sense. He shoots his way out for Yuta to steal Brock Lesnar's finisher, throwing him out like a badass kid who got kicked out of the house. Then use a pull to give Ryu but nothing but good win from all those misses. He got his hand burnt off and said, oh nah, let me get a timeout real quick. Ryu snatches the controller and says, I'm picking the stage real quick. Give me whole court advantage. And he gets ready to run inside only for Ray of beams with switches on him to come at his way. He popped his ult and see his hair got fried in the process and thought now's the time to take breaks. If I was Yuta, I would have got my sword back and gave him a smooth body up the top. But he got something even better. A fucking drain. He even tried stopping the blast with his fist, but that shit had too much firepower because bro got sent from another stage. You remember the girl who was strangling him to death? Yeah, she had to third party that shit. She knew Yuta was too much for her, so she waited patiently like Diddy Maru getting Sasuke. Uro pops thin icebreaker and left Yuta stuck on the ground like Vegeta. Then Ryu tried to get a free lick on Uro only for it to send it back at his ass. Yuta sees the fact that he's low on HP and they jumping him. Oh nah, they activated his ultimate trump card. Rika is basically Arsene from Smash Bros. More damage, more abilities, just overall ability. Yuta wasted no time with this shit either. He decided to pop the famous don't move and beats on Uro so bad you can barely see her. It's just nothing but eating punches. You see Ryu trying to third party, but now Rika here, that don't work. Yuta charges in with a Superman pose. Ryu would have ate nothing but straight metal to the teeth. Uro comes in with this Looney Tune ass ability. I can't take this seriously. With these two boxing, Yuta dodged the beam, and I know you see Uro getting ready to direct it back at him, but Yuta's an ultra instinct timer. And this is some shit that's so disrespectful, and this wasn't even in the manga either. Uro uses the sky to filter out Rika, and while she's in timeout punching nothing but wind, she starts boxing with Yuta only to use the sky to make Rika hit Yuta himself. You knew this pissed her off. She grabs Uro's leg, slams her down, decide to beat her shit in, but fuck all that. Let's talk about how Ryu can make a ring out of this granite blast. Unless you know, just, I don't know, double jump. I suppose you could just get set in the sky like Team Rocket. Speaking of the sky, Uro comes in with this huge ass blanket and decided to shatter the glass at the area. Now this scene right here is just good offense and good defense. Yuta sends out many Shikagamis to swarm her, but she stomps in one of them and starts talking her shit. Yuta comes in and hit with a Ben Simmons special, which got her shook for a second, only for Uro to take a step back no harder and get her back sliced off. The ghetto special. She then came into the realization that Yuta is the worst copy user in anime, and it ain't close. You're not naming a worse copy user than Yuta. I'll wait. But he tries to get a punch off, which fails since she got god tier reaction speed. As for Rika, yeah, she'll be fine. Reed takes this to disadvantage though. He says, fuck it. Let's all pop our domains at the same time. You'll see nothing but pure bullshit all across your screen. Though I won't lie, this is so clean. The animators needed to get that extra pay, but knowing that it's Mappa, that would just be another 3 more months to not seeing their families. Now that Rika sees the domains, she ain't getting away from her man. And an unexpected challenger comes along with her. The Roach had reproduced. Basically a pregnant wolf spider, but 100 times stronger. He breaks the domain from the outside and they all pose for the ground. Uro got distracted by Kuro, and I would too, trust me, but Yuta ain't wasting no time to get rid of her. She sees that roach and they're coming in for the Toji special, trying to sky manipulate, but it don't work. Got her arm popped out like a perk and Yuta start munching on it like a stray dog. Since Ryu is the final boss of the show, they packed Uro and Kurushi up and then start a beam clash for the honorable game, sparking 0. Now, if you know Yuta, bro don't like to box for real, but if he has to, he's sending you back to the gulag. But because Ryu has been so desperate to box someone, thinking he Goku, Yuta's like, alright, I'll give you one good ass whooping before I leave. And starts to clash only for Yuta to lose that shit. And you could see in his face that he fucked up. So he came up with a plan. Yuta goes in for the sneak at the side, which in this case for Ryu, he ain't got no issues with that. He grabs the blast like I mean a grabbing Kuroko's pass. Blast a fat ass Kamehameha, and seeing Yuta, if he didn't have sky manipulation, bro would have been like careful in the tournament of power. Straight fried off the Niobe to back. This doesn't end here though, because he got an off guard while Ryu was daydreaming, popping a thin icebreaker and then following up with another sky manipulation to send Rika down faster, making the force of her punch deadlier. And see Ryu like this, I'm surprised he didn't get a concussion. But this doesn't stop, bro. He sees Rika finally demanifest and said,
I got chicken wings, fried catfish, yams, collard greens, mac and cheese, cornbread. These are braised oxtail, and these are neck bones.
One taps her out of the picture, and as for Yuta, bro's hand tweaking. He knew that shit hurt, but he said fuck all that. Ryu throws a heavy liver shot, and then they start throwing nothing but pure unadulterated hands, even giving the famous DBZ reference. To finish bro off, Yuta weaves his punch, then grips him, and a blast from the god strike, bro, getting fried straight into his way to an L, and that's game. Yuta aired out Sendai, got his points, and walked out like a true sorcerer. Unfortunately, JJK has made no announcements on their release date for Part 2 Colon Games, but this gives me enough time for more shows to review over and maybe mention them here. If you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. 200 subs is the goal, and yeah, any ideas from me, leave them in the comments, and I will see y'all another time.